Okay, now we'll continue on. It's just easier to make the videos shorter when I upload them to YouTube. Now we're going to draw some interior walls. Now everything that we draw has to be to a certain size. I mean, you just can't draw it in here and expect it to be the right distance. You got to put it in. It's like anything. You got to draw it to a certain size. So in order to do that, let's say, for example, from this core, okay, the core is this part right here, from here to here. The core outside, 'cause remember that's where you see this blue line that shows you where it's pivoting from, okay, and we're going the core outside. That's where we want to do that for any exterior wall. It's got to be from the core outside, okay. And so what we want to do is we want to, okay, from that core outside, we're going to come over here and click this. This is what we call guidelines, okay. So make sure this is on. All right, that needs to be on. And we click the guidelines, and what we do is we want to put a guideline right there at that core outside where we're pivoting it from. Okay, and then this is how we kind of measure things in ArchiCAD. And what you do is you come up here and you bring your cursor to that guideline, and then you're going to see this little orange circle pop up. What you do is you drag, left mouse drag that in this direction. Notice it's got the distance number. Okay, so let's say we need the center of this wall, because usually when we do interior walls, it's got to be from the center. So if we drag that over, and let's say we want it to be from that core outside to be 12 feet. So we just type in 12 and then hit enter. Okay. Zoom 10 over. So that's 12 foot from that core. So what we do now is we go into here to walls, if you're not already there, double click it, go to settings dialog, or again, you can do it right here too, so it really doesn't matter. I usually, after a while, you just end up doing this here. Okay, and we want to use this one right here, wall wood gypsum 4 3/4. That's the one we want to use for the interior walls. Okay, it's a 2x4 wall. Okay, and this one we want it to pivot. Okay, on the center, core center or center. Just go core center. Is everything that we do is going to have to do with the core. The core is the 2x4s. That's the first thing you put up when you're building, and so that's where every measurement's going to go from. So let's go to the core center, okay, and go to OK. And then, oh shoot, I kind of screwed up. I had that selected, okay, and I just changed all that. So if yours did that, then probably come back up here and put it back to the 9 1/4 right there, and put that so it's not on the core center but core outside. Okay, that's my fault. Make sure you don't have anything selected. I don't know if you did or not, but we'll go back to that again. Uh, Choose the 4 3/4 wall wood. And what we do is we just come up here and it'll kind of turn to an X, showing you that you're on that intersection point. Okay, and then just select there, and then make sure this is on core center. And then here, what we can do is, like, if we know we want to go down like 10 feet, we can just type in 10, just like you do with exterior walls. And then let's say we just want to come all the way over to here. So we'll click it there. And then what you do is you can click it twice at that same spot, and it'll put it in. Or you could right mouse click and go to OK. So either way works. All right. Now let's say, okay, we've got this wall. Let's say we needed another wall that goes over, let's say, 3 feet from here. So from this core center, so we got the guideline. So we come to this orange box or circle and then drag it over and type in 3 foot. And then let's say this one here, we want it to go down from this core outside, let's say 6 feet. So we grab a guideline, put it on that core outside, and then we're going to drag that down and type in 6. And now what we can do is we can go ahead and draw that wall, okay? And basically just go, oops, get in here, and draw from there. Make sure you're still on that wall gypsum board in the center. and go to that intersection point, and then just come over here and double click, and it'll put that in. Okay, so that's how you put in walls using guidelines. Okay, um, now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put in some windows and doors, show you how to use guidelines. No different. Just remember, let's say we want to put a window in here. Okay, so this is an exterior wall. We're going to go from, so we want to go from the core center, or I'm sorry, core outside. And then let's say we want this window to be 6 feet. So we go 6 foot. And windows and doors are always dimensioned to the center of them. Okay, so we're going to put a door here. Now this is an exterior door, so we want to change this to 3 foot. Okay, and we also want to come into here, the settings dialog, and we're going to choose an entrance door, wood entrance. Okay, and there's just a couple of them. You can change whatever you want. I'm going to show you a few things. Let's go ahead and do the one with the side light. Okay, this door leaf, you can change that to whatever style you want. There's different types of styles. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and do this prairie style. Okay, you guys probably hear the noise in the background. They're working on the over on the other side. But within here, there's some different types of settings that you can play with. Most of it, we won't use too much of it. Okay, as you get better at using ArchiCAD, it's a very complex program. But there's different things that you can do. But this is one of the things that you can change. You can do whatever style you want. But this is an exterior door, so we want that at 3 foot. The typical height is 6'8". Sometimes they're 7 foot, so you can change that, but we'll just leave it at that. Go to OK, and then this should be on center right here. Anchor point center. You can do on the left side, right side, whatever. Center, and all you do is there's your sun icon. So wherever the exterior is, put that on the outside and put that in, and then you want this to swing in. Okay, swing in like that. All right. And so then that's the door. We can put another door over here, but we're not going to get into that just right now. Let's say you want to put a door in here. Let's say a bifold door. So get our guideline. Make sure it's on that core outside. Drag that down, and let's say I think we did this wall at 6 foot. So let's go put this at 3, so it's in the center. So I'll go 3 foot. Let's see how close I was. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. Let's go to the door tool and settings dialog. And this is an internal door, so let's go do an internal door. Okay, and you've got all these different types of internal doors. Okay, side lights, different things like that. Anyway, so let's go to the specialty door here, and here's a bifold doors. Just go ahead and go into here. There's just different sizes. Let's just choose that one for just the sake of it. Width. Let's probably put it at 3, just because that's about the size that we might want in there. Typical size 6'8". Okay. We can change, what this looks like if we want to, or just leave it what it's at. And we can just leave it at that. And then we go to OK, and then make sure again this is on the center. And we can go ahead and the sun doesn't matter so much. I usually just put it on the outside part, and then you can tell it what direction you want it. So put it on the outside there. Okay. So that's a bifold door. Let's do windows. Okay, just do a window real quick. Go ahead and press escape to get out of whatever command you're in. And let's say from here we want to go over, let's say 5 foot. Okay, so type in 5 foot, enter. That's where we want a window. Go to the window. Now there's different types of windows. Okay, single, double hung. There's sliding windows, fixed windows, casement windows, bay windows. We're just going to work with the single and double hung windows. So choose this one, and there's different types here. for what we can do. We'll just start with this one. Here under sash openings, okay, you can change like what the outside looks like. Let's just go ahead and do this simple prairie style. If we want to look at this 3D, and you can do this in the door section too, you just click the 3D window and you can see, what it's going to look like. Custom grid. There's just different ones. So we'll just do the simple one here. A lot of actually your prairie style windows, a lot of times they were casement windows. So you can put it at casement if you want. Choose a simple casement window like this one here. And then you can change your sash options, back to, oops, wrong one. Simple. And then you can see it there. So you can do either one. Sizes, they come in different sizes, windows and doors. You'd have to look in a catalog or online at like Anderson Windows, but we'll just leave it at 2'6" for right now. The height at 5 foot. And here the top of this should match up with the windows and doors. I'll show you that in a minute though. We'll just go to OK there. Make sure this is on the center. Okay. And then here, make sure the sun is on the outside. And it doesn't matter which direction you go. Usually I take it in, put it in. Okay. So now let's go to the 3D view. F3. Let's rotate this around. Okay. And let's take a look at this. All right. Now you can see this kind of wood section right here. Okay. If you get select the window. Okay, you see this kind of like wood that goes around this. It's called the reveal. So if we go into settings dialog, make sure you have that selected. In order to select it, you kind of have to, if you try to go to this corner, sometimes it won't select it. Sometimes you just got to go move it around and it'll show you a check mark and it'll show you their window. So that's how you know you're selecting it. And go to that and then come here, find the reveal. Okay. And then you want to set these at 0. Set these at 0. Oh, 3 of them. 0 inches, and then go ahead and take a look at it. And I'll have that a little bit better there. Okay. It does that with brick and stuff, but if it does it with the wood wall, it'll do the same thing. One thing I want to show you, the tops and the windows and doors should all line up. If they don't, like this one here, I'll choose this door. See, it says it's 6'8" for the top of it. And if you click this window, it's at 7 foot. So you put this at 6-8 so it lines up. Okay. And those will line up a little bit better. Okay. So that's what you always want your tops of your windows and doors to line up. Okay. I'll go back to 2D view. All right. So that shows you how to use guidelines to put in windows and doors and walls.